NFL Sunday Ticket is now on YouTube and YouTube TV, which means that you can stay close to your team even if you don't live in their town. Like, maybe you're a Raven who married a Seahawk who got a job in the land of the Falcons. With NFL Sunday Ticket, you can watch your team's out-of-market Sunday afternoon games no matter where you live, because you shouldn't have to change teams even if you change towns. NFL Sunday Ticket, now on YouTube and YouTube TV. Go to youtube.com/presale to get $50 off.
Terms and embargoes apply. Offer ends 9/19. No refund. Subscription auto renews.
This is the House of Hockey podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Hockey is more than a game. It's a lifestyle. It's you, the diehard supportive fans, your favorite players who are on the team you cheer for, and the organization who supports them.
The companies that make your gear, bags, and beer league sweaters. The hockey moms and hockey dads, and everything else that makes this House of Hockey your home. Come on in. I'm Breezy.
And I'm Rae.
And this is our house.
Welcome to the House of Hockey podcast, episode 132. I'm one of your hosts, Rae.
And I'm your other host, Breezy.
And we took the week off for the holidays, and we are back. I'm still sort of like in holiday mode. I'm wearing my Griswold Blackhawks jersey since you wore yours the last time.
I did.
And yeah, I'm not in the studio space because Antoni's taking a nap in there. And this is the first time this is the first time I put makeup on in like what feels like 2 weeks. Did I let you introduce yourself? I'm a little rusty, clearly.
You did, Rusty Griswold. I did introduce myself, but Happy New Year, everyone. First episode back in the new year.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, it's just another day for me. I don't really do like a whole New Year's thing. I don't know. None of that really resonates with me as far as resolutions or any of that kind of stuff goes. It's just I'm here. I'm ready. I am here. How about you?
Did you do anything for like New Year's Eve?
No, I don't care for New Year's Eve. I am a stay home in pajamas kind of person. I worked on updating my website. Took Ringo for a walk, just watched some movies on TV and took it really easy. I mean, I was in bed before midnight. So
wow. Impressive.
What did you do?
I watched a lot of World Juniors, and I went to my friend Kelly's house and hung out with some friends, and then I got home at a ripe 12:31 on the dot, actually.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it was good. It was great.
Shit gets weird after midnight, so that's
what it really does. That's when you gotta pull the plug and you gotta get out.
Yeah, I agree. No, some girlfriends of mine were like, come on, let's go. Like they all went out and I was like, nope, not happening. Yeah. Couldn't get me to do that. I mean, I've done that. What about Christmas? How was your Christmas?
It was good. Relaxing. How was yours?
It was good. Same thing.
Good.
Very relaxing. Pajamas, movies. Yeah. Watched Christmas movies. Just nice and quiet, open presents, and that's it. It's like my time of year. I got clothes. I got a lot of clothes that I needed, and Amazon gift card.
Nice. Yeah. So it's a clutch move right there.
Oh, wait, I forgot about this.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. I got the best gift ever. I forgot. I haven't worn them yet. They are socks with Ringo's face on them.
Whoa, I have the same kind of pair with Nate's face on them.
I'm obsessed. Antoni got them.
So cool.
This is his face here. It's like a tie-dye sock, like mid-calf sock with his face. And then, of course, she had to give me the cat Q on a pair because
they're married.
They're married. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. You're not missing anything.
You're missing a lot, actually, because that was the whole wedding happened. I was getting updates And then I was told that I couldn't have any more updates because they were on a honeymoon.
Uh-huh. Yep. The cat and
It's a
the
good
dog
time.
got married on Instagram. It was a whole thing, guys. That was a
Yeah.
highlight of the year. But yeah, so no, it was a good Christmas. I mean, I bought myself four brand new tires for my car because on my way to go get the said tires for my car, I had a blowout on the highway where my rear tire exploded and I had to pull over. So, divine timing. So yeah,
Oh,
so that was my Christmas present to myself. A new set of tires.
nice. Very
What'd you get?
nice. Um, yeah, I got an accessory for my Blackstone. So it is a pizza oven. Pretty
Ooh.
sick. I'm making homemade pizzas tonight.
Oh man, this is when I wish we lived closer to each other. I still
I
haven't had
know.
anything but your nuts.
My nuts are good.
They are so good. Whenever you feel like making another batch, I'm
Okay.
happy to
I haven't made a
enjoy
batch
them.
in a very long time, but maybe I'll make like a big batch and I'll just ship it out to you.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm here for that.
perfect.
You've been watching the World Juniors. Okay,
I have.
confession. I
You
have
have not.
not.
Oh, you're missing out.
All I saw, and then I'll let you tell me all the things I'm missing. I saw a headline that said two players tried to do the lacrosse style goal and failed, and people were up in arms over the fact that this is trying to be done. That goal is trying to be scored during a World Juniors game, and Trevor Zegras is to blame for it all. It's like, okay.
I think there's more headlines that should be out, but that's okay.
So
I have
tell
been
me
watching the
what's
World
really
Juniors.
happening. Yeah.
So okay, first of all, I'm not usually like a World Juniors watcher. Like I'll occasionally catch a game here and there, but like I've never really been like, one that has been like it's World Juniors time. Like I gotta like tune in, right? That all changed this year. So I I've been trying to find like a service that like a streaming service where I can get like a bunch of games because all the Kings games are blacked out on my ESPN app and I don't have access to like a direct TV all the time. So I just keep trying to find it. So I'm trying out Fubu TV,
Mhm.
and Fubu TV does like AHL, obviously doing the World Juniors, college hockey,
Oh.
kind of pricey, but I'm feeling like it's kind of worth it. So next week you'll hear about our Team Canada, Team USA women's game. But the that game kind of really sparked me to like want to watch more of like hockey that's not really like talked about or like
Mhm.
watched too much. So I tuned into a couple games of the World Juniors, but I didn't have any sound. So I was like watching it like at work, like on my other computer. And then I was like, gosh, like I need a good sound, right? So I plugged in some speakers. And it has been so fun to watch. It is super entertaining. Noticeable thing is like they're having fun,
Yeah.
which is a good thing, you know? Because like I feel
Yeah.
like some games, like you're like, are they having fun? Or are they like taking it too serious? Which you need to take things serious. Don't get me wrong, but and it's really cool to see like future stars because they're going to be up and coming for sure.
Oh yeah. Who should we be watching? I don't follow the up and coming like young prospects pool very closely. Because that's like a whole
Yeah.
other element of what we talk about. But who's been some of the people that are, worth paying attention to right now?
Yeah, honestly, I've only been really paying really close attention to Team Canada. That's usually who I tend to go for in general.
So wrong, but
I
go
know,
ahead.
but
This is
but
the American.
Women's Team USA 100%. But yeah, Team Canada, Connor Bedard, incredible guy. I mean, you have uh Shane Wright, right?
Yeah.
Shane Wright. I
Yeah.
want to call him Chase Wright all the time just because that's like a country singer, but Shane Wright, he's been doing good things too. He's obviously the captain right now, but Card had a huge game versus Germany. They won 11-2. he had 7 points, so 3 goals and 4 assists in one game. So he tied the Canadian record. And then his second game against Austria, he had another 6 points, making it 13 points in 2 games. And then his game that he played yesterday when we're recording, so we're not going to have Monday's games on this, but he had another 4-point game against Sweden, giving him 17 points in 3 games.
That's insane. That's a lot of points.
He's insane. So like he's going and he's like shooting the puck and passing the puck, no look passes, no look shots, squeaking the puck in at these most ridiculous angles. He's wild. And his response to his 7-point game was, it's cool. There's probably some pretty good game or names on that list, but not a huge deal for me. We got the win and I got a couple lucky ones. It was one of those nights.
So casual, just not a big deal.
Okay, even better. He's 17 years old. Right? 17 years old.
Speechless. Yep.
Yeah, he's drafted by the Regina Pats of the WHL, first overall in 2020. He's definitely the next generation superstar and is widely regarded as one of the best hockey players on the planet right now, not playing in the NHL. So he's had the best performance in the World Juniors ever, pretty much. Wow. Super high expectations, and he's like blowing them out of the market. Like I've been listening to everyone's like interviews, and they're like, this guy is like blowing minds.
Wow.
He's being compared to Gretzky.
Okay. And then, whoa.
Yeah, being compared to Gretzky, he has like a style of play like McDavid. Like he's super fast, super skilled. Like those no look ones, like you can tell that he's really like he's got the IQ, right? Yeah. And then someone also said that when he has the puck on his stick, something great is about to happen. Which I'm trying to think back. Was that said about McDavid previously or Austin Matthews? Or am I like totally off on both of those? Because I feel like I've heard that before.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I've heard that because I tend to tune out any noise about either of those players. That's just me though. But I don't know. I think I have heard that before and I couldn't tell you where. I think that's a phrase people definitely use in this league for sure. But that's an exciting thing. So he'll be in the draft next year, 18?
I think so. Yeah, 18.
You have to be 18.
So again, I haven't really watched a whole lot of World Juniors in years past. But I did screenshot this little stat that came on the TV. So he has there's most career points in Canadian World Juniors history. So Connor Bedard is now up at the 31 points, who he's tied with Eric Lindros. The only thing is that he put him above Eric just because he has that many points basically in less games. So points are just going to keep going. Canada's hyped on the guy. I mean, Canada's always good, but if you can tune into a game, I'm talking to you, I guess, face to face, because this episode won't be coming out for the day after, but they are playing on Monday. So
cool.
Try to tune into a game.
I will.
Yeah.
Put it on while I'm editing the pod for you guys. So yeah. I've watched it in the years past. I think during the COVID year I watched it, and it was pretty exciting. I mean, it's always an exciting time, and it's a huge deal, obviously, in Canada. Like huge deal. Yeah. More so than it is huge, I think, here. But it's a very big deal. A friend of mine here, actually, her sister does like PR for, I don't know, Canada or something. I don't remember. Or the city where they are hosting the World Juniors. I know Canada's a big country, everybody. But either way, she like does PR and specifically does stuff for the World Juniors tournament.
Okay.
And I told my friend, I said, ask her if she could get us tickets, because it's like a really big deal. Like, yeah, it's a huge deal. And she is like, yeah, my sister said she can't. It's like, I figured as much, but it was worth asking. So yeah. I tried for us, but
that's okay. That's okay. It's just so exciting. I feel kind of like weird not having any games to watch today. It's Sunday, New Year's Day, but
Yeah.
I'm like chomping at the bit. I'm like, gosh, I gotta watch more Team Canada. I gotta watch this kid.
You gotta watch this kid. I wonder who. Well, let's not go down that road. I'm
He's
like,
gonna end up like on the Ducks, and then him and Zegras are just gonna freaking skills comp it out all the
yeah,
time.
it'll be
Yeah.
like the next Kane and Taves or Ben and Sagan or
Oh God.
McDavid and Draisaitl. I don't know any of those things. Okay, wait,
Yeah.
before we go to the next thing, how did you not tell me that Hillary Knight liked a post of yours? Was it a
Because
post
I
of
was
yours
Yes,
or the
because I was waiting.
podcast?
No. It was a post of mine, and I was waiting to tell you during that episode, which is airing next week.
All
Because
right,
I'm gonna be out of
teaser,
town. I'm gonna be out of
teaser.
town, so you'll
All
hear it
right.
next week. I was trying to hold out, but then I was like, oh, I gotta post this. Like, I'm trying to show a little bit more personality here, folks. So I gotta post this, and I'm gonna do this, and I hope Ray doesn't see it, but I'm tagging her in a post,
Oh,
and
I
she's gonna
saw
see
it.
it, and then she's gonna yell at me.
And I am.
Which we're doing this now. So just teaser next week.
Yeah, I'm like, how the hell did she not tell me that? When did this happen? I'm thinking, did this happen like months ago and she just didn't tell me? Like she forgot that something so big. Okay. All right.
I gotta stop talking about this.
Stay tuned for next week. Okay, let's go to the next topic. This week's episode of the House of Hockey podcast is brought to you by
Hockey fans, light the lamp this winter with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. New customers can bet just $5 pregame moneyline on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. If that wasn't enough excitement, you could turn small bets into bigger payouts with the same game parlays. Combine multiple bets like which team will win, how many goals will be scored, and more for your shot at even bigger payouts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code THPN. Bet $5 on any NHL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code THPN. That's THPN for the Hockey Podcast Network. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details.
Have you shopped at Pure Hockey? They are America's largest hockey retailer with dozens of stores and the option to shop online. If you or any of your kids play hockey, Pure Hockey is the place to find just about all of your equipment, skates, sticks, gear, bags, jerseys, and accessories. Plus, Pure Hockey is one of our affiliate partners. Next time you break your hockey stick or your kid grows out of his skates, why not check out purehockey.com? While you are looking for hockey equipment, you can also browse around for merchandise from your favorite NHL team, you know who Breezy's and mine are, and make gift giving even easier for your hockey-loving friends and family. And do us a favor, use our special link for purehockey.com when you browse the site and make a purchase, because we'll receive a small commission, which helps me and Breezy create this podcast. Head to the episode's show notes for the special direct link to shop at purehockey.com. Cellys. Okay, like player cellys.
Uh-huh.
Like I have mixed feelings about some of these
You
that
don't like the
go on.
showboating?
I don't like what the NFL does in the end zone. Like it's just too much for me. It's just too much.
It is way too much.
Like I like a little something. I can handle like a little something. But the NFL is drifting into our world and I don't like that. What is this? They call it the gritty dance.
The gritty dance you cut out, sorry.
Yeah, it's called the gritty dance.
Yeah, the gritty dance.
First of all, my first thought was Gritty has a dance, like the mascot for the Flyers. And I'm like, how do I not know about this? That's not what it is, right?
Because you would try to learn it, for sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
But what is this
I bet you Gritty
dance?
has done the gritty.
Probably.
You just got to watch that link that I put in there for you. I can't really describe it. I'm not going to do it, but it's, yeah.
But who did it? Jake Walman of the Red Wings, after he got an OT winning goal. He did the dance.
Yeah. did
on
the
the
dance
ice.
against the pins. It's funny. I saw the tweet that came out, and I kind of laughed because like when players like walk on the ice like in their skates, like when they do those things, like it's such like a mind trip, and like it just makes me laugh. So like when he was doing that little like, because like the movement of the dance, it's like kind of like that. So like it made me giggle, and I was like, that's kind of funny. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. I was like, okay, this is okay. This is like, that's all right.
It's a typical Ray
Cues.
response.
Like, I don't want anything new. Stop messing with what we do here. Stop
Nothing's
doing.
funny. Nothing's great. I just
Listen, I did a personality
I'm mad at you
test.
because Hillary Knight liked your picture and you didn't tell me.
Yeah. No, there's
You did a
things I like.
personality test.
I did a personality test. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just part of my personality. I'm a little melancholy sometimes. Like that's just a little bit. I'm not sunshine and rainbows over here. So, you know, especially with it just all goes together when your team is in the dump. And like it's just, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Okay.
Oh boy. Here we go.
No. But I'm okay with some of the Cellys. Like Jack Hughes last season was like chucking his stick over the boards. Like,
Oh yeah, that was sick.
okay, that's cool, right? Like you're giving a fan something, and like I appreciate all of that.
Yeah.
Like I obviously only have one Celly that I like, which is Showtime,
Patrick
Patrick
Kane.
Kane's. Like hello, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
That is a good one. It's pretty iconic.
it's just
The good
simple and
now of
clean.
the bird Celly. You're not a fan of the bird Celly?
What
Yeah.
that reminds me of? It reminds me of like Philadelphia Eagles stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a I mean, it's okay.
I
That's
like
cool.
I like just the traditional like happiness on
Yeah.
goals, like the spontaneous one. Like Jason Zucker's iconic for those. Um, and Phil Deneau is so excited. He always like slams his arms down and like screams, and it's like I don't know, just something about like the original, like just pure excitement, nothing like planned out,
Yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah. The authentic response. I'm here for all the authentic responses. It's like it gets a little out of hand sometimes.
yeah.
And I just
But
don't
there
want
are you
like
don't want all the
I just don't want like I like the Carolina Hurricanes when they used to do the surge, right? Like at the end of the games,
yeah,
after the game was over, like I thought that was really a cool, fun thing to do. Like
mhm,
when the other team has exited the ice and it's like
yeah.
just you and your fans and like connecting with the fans. So like that I was fine with. But like if they were doing that kind of stuff in the middle of a game for like every goal, like no, that's like got to be against the rules in the rule book somewhere.
I don't know.
I
I
don't know
really don't
either, but
know.
I don't think I've ever read the full rule book of the NHL. I probably
I'd
should.
be
I bet you we
interested
could.
actually.
Yeah, I bet there'd be
Can we
stuff
buy
we
one?
didn't.
I want to buy one. I want to buy one actually. I want
I
to look on
wonder.
Amazon.
It's got to just be like online somewhere for free,
It's,
right?
yeah, but like, why would you buy? Like, wouldn't that be something cool to have, like in your collection, like on your bookshelf? I don't have a bookshelf
I
now,
don't
but I'm
collect
going to.
things. I don't collect things.
Well, you'd
So
probably
no,
collect pucks if you got any, but
that I would. That I would, Breezy, if I ever get one. But for right now, I don't collect shit.
nope. Sorry, I had to do that little dagger for you.
I love it. I love it.
Uh, but there
Um,
are super
who else do you like?
popular.
Yeah,
Who
who
else
else
do
is
I like?
Celly's? Yeah.
Um, I don't know. Nothing's like comes off the top of my head. I mean, Showtime obviously is always a good one. But like I said, I feel like I just like pure excitement for that. Nothing like super over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the Solani shotgun shooter, that one was pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, that one is
That
pretty good.
and then like the Yager salute. Did you see the whole thing that went on with that, like, I don't know, maybe in the month of December. Who was it? Was it Zucker who did it?
Yeah.
Who did the salute? And like
Yeah, I
people
think
were
it's like,
mad that he did it, but it actually was like in honor of Yager because I don't
right.
remember what was happening. And Yager actually like sent a video, like put a video out on the internet that was like,
Yeah.
that was awesome. Like, but
Mhm.
you'll never reach me. Like, it was very funny, but some people like thought it was completely disrespectful. And I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't do it all the time. And I thought it had a purpose. So I'm fine with that. But
Yeah, I don't know. Bobby Orr flying through the air. That's like an iconic, but I feel like that's not like necessarily a celebration. That was just like a right place at the right time.
yeah.
Pitcher moment. Tiger Williams skating on his stick like a little broom. That
I
one's
don't
pretty
think I've
funny.
seen that.
Oh, that one's you've definitely seen it. It's pretty funny. I was watching a video and like Ovi did a hot stick one. Did you see that one?
No.
Where he like dropped his stick and he was like pressing on it like hot. And then obviously the Matthews saluting his own good goal right after he scored it. He like did like the ref sign for good goal. I feel like that was pretty funny.
He
He would. It was funny though. I think he had gotten, if I remember correctly, I think he got a call. He got a goal and it got called off. And it was like clearly like a good goal. Like I think it might have been like goaltender interference, but like it wasn't really goaltender interference like that. So when he finally got it, he marked it as like a good goal. So it was almost like a clap back at a ref. So I don't know.
All right.
I thought it was funny.
Okay. That's fine.
I know. I'm boring you now.
No, I wanted to know what happened.
Yeah.
You're not boring me.
Matthews talk.
Well, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
more of this. Okay.
More Matthews talk. Oh man.
Like people in Canada and Toronto are already talking about like how his contract, if he doesn't sign, it's going to affect all these people. I'm like, oh my God, we're not even close to the trade deadline, first of all. Why are we even talking about his contract? Just shut up and like, let's see what you guys do in the playoffs. Like, just thank you. Next.
Okay.
That's just what I got.
Something.
Well, here's something that made me really happy.
Okay.
The Edmonton Oilers.
Oh,
Of all teams, they did something called the rough relay, where the players had their dogs out on the ice and raced the dogs like from blue line to blue line to see whose dog was fastest. I couldn't get enough of it. I was like, why don't they do this every game during every intermission with like all the dogs on all the teams? And then all these other teams have like the dog and player calendar. I don't think the Blackhawks have one of these. I'm like, where's my dog player calendar? You know, I was like, come on. But yeah, I don't know why they did it, but they did it. And they posted all of these amazing videos of dogs on the internet, on Instagram, and they're all running. I don't remember whose dog it was, but one of the dogs was like not sure what to do. And so the player just picked the dog up and skated him over the
That's funny.
line.
I think a lot of teams do the dog calendars. I know the Kings do it. It was for like the local shelter out here that they have. But I remember Catafoli, they have their little like Yorkie named Dodger.
Yeah.
So they always do calendars with Dodger and Tyler. And I think that they did one for the Habs and the Flames. So what's up with those Canadian teams? They just do all the fun stuff with the dogs.
They do all the dogs. Well, I think the Caps do one too, and the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably get
Islanders
Islanders.
Did cats, didn't they? Didn't they do a cat one time?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, cats deserve love too.
That's true. That is true. I think the Oilers also do a skills comp once a year too.
Maybe that's what that was.
Yeah.
Maybe that's.
I don't know. Should have done some research on that, to be honest.
Probably should have done some research. But either way, I was just really happy to see that post. I have two other things that made me really happy this week.
Okay, let's hear it.
Members of the Minnesota Wild were captured going into a young boy's home maybe college, maybe high school, maybe billet, I don't know, house, and woke this kid up. I'm talking like 5 or 6 Minnesota Wild players somehow met this group of guys, and they convinced the Minnesota Wild to come to their house and wake their buddy up who was dead asleep. And the guy's like, what's going on? And then they're like, Dumba's coming in. And like the players like woke them up. I was like, is this really happening? I'm like, how do I get Patrick Kane to come wake me up? Like, except that would be a shit show, because I would probably throw the covers back over my head and tell him to get the fuck out. But, you know, I wouldn't even like understand, because I'm a terrible morning person, but that happened. Who would you want? Which of your 4 teams would you want to wake you up?
I mean, it's got to be the Preds. I just feel like they're so like I'm really into like Matt Duchene lately. Like he did that interview on a podcast, drawing a blank on it. He's so funny. He just ripped Roman to shreds. Like he's just such like a funny guy, and like cool. Like I feel like I just want to be friends with him. Plus he like sings, so like if he can like wake me up with like a good old country song, that'd be kind of cool. But Forsberg's mustache, like come on.
Yeah.
Preds for sure. That'd be fun.
All right. Yeah. You wouldn't want Drew Doughty to what?
Do I have to pick like 5 players from the Preds? Because I can easily do that too.
No, I just meant like which team do you think? Yeah. You know, I'd take any. You wouldn't want Drew Doughty with none of his teeth waking you up?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I actually have a funny story about Drew Doughty for next week's episode. Actually, I could say it this week. So
no, just save it. We've already done enough damage.
Okay.
I've done enough damage.
Remind me that I got to tell you the Drew Doughty story.
Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't done any damage. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, like if I had to pick the players, I would obviously want like the 2013 team, you know, like Patrick Sharp and Hossa and like Crawford and Kane. And
I'd probably pick like 2014 Kings. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, Ringo would be barking his head off. I would be like, what's going on? Is there a fire? What's happening? It would be just very entertaining for them, probably more so than it would be for me. But
yeah. But hey, it's still kind of cool.
I think
still really cool, actually.
Yeah. All the teams should be like doing this on purpose and like taking a player and like going into a kid's house and like waking them up and scaring the living daylights out of them and like just have fun and like make good social content. I don't know. That's my thought.
Yeah. Like, you know, when some kids have like bring your dad to school day or something like that, they should be able to like bring their favorite player to school. Like randomly, like if some kid's like, oh, I want to bring McDavid to school, like Connor should like go and do it just for the day, just surprise him.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. Or like when you used to do show and tell when you're like 5.
Yeah. Like
this
my
is
friend
Connor
Connor's bringing in
McDavid.
This is my favorite stick from Connor McDavid. He's gonna show you how it works.
Right.
That'd be funny.
I'm here for it. And the third thing that made me smile this week, I'm not a total Grinch, I promise. There was another dads and mentors trip, as they call it now, for the New Jersey Devils. And you know, I had to scroll through the hot hockey dads and see who was the best looking one there, in my opinion. And it was hands down Miles Wood's dad. Maybe better looking than Miles himself. Or maybe I just like them a little older. I'm not entirely sure. But I was like,
okay. You got to show us a pic. We gotta we'll rate it.
We'll rate it.
Yeah.
Compared to whoever's the other dad was that had the ripped bod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaning more towards Miles. Yeah, this or that. And I'm
Yeah.
full on Miles Wood's dad right now. Like,
Oh,
sign me up.
okay.
That's the
Okay.
only New Jersey Devil talk we're going to do today, everybody. You're welcome.
There we have it.
All right. Well, next week, you already know what to tune in for. Lots
Yeah.
of content from Breezy. I'm
Sorry,
dying
guys.
to know.
That's 2 episodes in a row that you're gonna have just me blabbering about
Thank God.
randomness.
Thank God. I talk too much all the time. Finally, you get to,
Hey,
the
132 episodes, and I finally feel like I'm getting the hang of this, and I feel like I can do it.
crazy. You did it really well, like episode 1. Come on, please.
That's debatable.
Breezy is going to
But we're
tell.
here.
I'm like, yeah, it's been killing her. I know. And it's been killing me, but I know more so you. But some incredible things happened during the break of our podcast. Like the 1 week, we're like, we're going to take off for the holiday. A ton of stuff happened to Breezy in like the best way. She's met all kinds of people. And I'm like, it's killing me not to like call her and be like, what, tell me everything, because we're saving it for the podcast so we can have a good reaction. So stay tuned for next week. Tell your friends.
It was killing me too, because I was like going ham on the Insta stories, and I was like, I just can't do this. We can't take another week off, unfortunately.
I know. And she was like, could we tape on Christmas Eve? And I was like, I so wanted to hear what you had to, like, we were gonna put an episode out, and I was like, I really want to hear what you have to say, but I was like brain dead at that point, and like I couldn't give it what it deserved. So stay tuned.
Well, buckle up, Buttercup, because it's coming.
Thanks for coming over to our House of Hockey podcast and hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media. Just look for House of Hockey podcast. We'll be back next week.